Hi, I'm Elizabeth Gordon and welcome to my allergy-free kitchen. Today we're going to make something really great that I love to do for the holidays. I'm going to make English toffee, but allergen-free style. So we're going to start with 1 cup of sugar that I've put in a saucepan and add to that 3 teaspoons of powdered vanilla rice milk. I'm adding this because it adds some nice creaminess since we won't be using any butter in this recipe. We're going to push it through the sieve. This way we don't get any lumps. We don't want any white lumps in our toffee. And just push it right through like that. Sprinkle that on top. Okay, and we're gonna add a pinch of salt, just to give it a little extra punch. 2 1/4 teaspoons of canola oil, since we're not using butter, but we do have to have a little bit of oil in there. We're gonna use 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and 2 teaspoons of water. We're gonna stir all this together and cook it over medium-high heat until the sugar begins to melt. So this is a treat that my mother used to make every year for Christmas, and it's one of my family's favorites. We like to eat it, give it away, break it up, put it on some ice cream. And when I found out that I had food allergies, I was really disappointed that some of the Christmas treats were some of the things that I'd have to give up. So I set to work immediately to start making things that I could eat. See, it's starting to look a little sandy. It's sticking together, and even at the bottom, I can see it's really starting to turn into the liquid that we want it to be. The sugar is just about right. It's getting really gooey in there. And I'm going to keep this here, but hold this because I just really want to keep the sugar moving around so nothing burns, including me. So now we're at about 270. I'm going to stir it up, keep it going, and you'll see it's starting to get really pourable. It's almost looking like honey in here, really thick, but sort of like that solid honey that you can buy in the store. That's what it looks like right now. So let me just give this a really good all the way around the bottom kind of stir. And I think this has taken about 10 minutes to get right where we want it to be. Just stir it to make sure there aren't any lumps in it anymore. It almost looks like, dare I say, the consistency of peanut butter at this time, but there are no nuts in it, so no need for concern. So here we just have 1 little lump of sugar that I'm breaking up, and then we're gonna pour it onto a prepared baking sheet that is covered with parchment paper. Here we go. So now our sugar's all ready. It's nice and creamy looking. We're just gonna pour it out like this. And I made a small recipe because, you know, you can certainly double or triple or even quadruple what I made today, but I just made a little bit. I'm just gonna put that here. And then, holding onto the paper, we're just gonna spread it out. Make it thin. You know, just keep in mind a Heath bar while you're making this. That's what we're making, basically. The only difference is the way that my parents or my mother used to make toffee, we would put crushed nuts on top, and obviously we're not going to do that with this. You can see it's already starting to harden. Like I said, it happens quick, so it's already the time when you might want to get your kids involved if you'd like. But it's still warm enough that we can put the 1/4 cup of gluten, dairy, soy, nut, and egg-free chocolate chips on top and then spread them around. Hot enough that they're gonna melt really quickly. I'm just gonna spread them out so you can see them melting already. And feel free, you know, if you're a chocoholic or your friend or colleague or loved one that will be the recipient of this delicious gift is a chocoholic, feel free to load on the chocolate on top. I'm just adding a little bit. There we go, and just smooth it around like that. It doesn't have to look perfect. That's sort of the beauty of this. It's just homemade and from the heart. It doesn't have to look perfect. So we're done with that. We'll just put that there and take some of these really colorful, fun sprinkles, put them on top. Your kids might want to help to say that, you know, they made the treat for their teacher or friend. Put it on top and voila. I decorated this one I just broke up the pieces once everything was cool. Maybe if you're in a hurry, you can pop this in the refrigerator to harden the chocolate, and then you just break it up into pieces and put it in a cute little jar with a bow, and ta-da, you've got the perfect holiday gift for your colleagues, teachers, friends, or loved ones. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you back here next time.